Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tokyo Ghoul Break My Ass with 1,000 questions in a Discord, but we're here to fix that. So in this one, we're gonna be addressing new player troubles, the type of stuff a new player would have trouble with in the game when they are fairly early on. Let's define new player. Someone who's not, excuse me, someone who's not level 100, and someone who is not chain campaign 900 and is let's put it to 600 for convenience, right? Anyone who's below chain 600 and who is below level 100 is a new player. So what are the troubles that they can expect? So as I've been playing the game for more than a year, and I have 3 accounts now, so I pretty much can tell you what they are right out the bat. Now, keep in mind, if your particular trouble is not addressed in this video, then what that means is that later on in the game, there are ways to solve that pretty easily, and it's just a beginning phase. That's why you're deliberately not able to get whatever it is you're trying to get. So that's why some of the issues will not be addressed here. So we are going to be addressing 3 of the main ones. So let's start with the biggest problem for a new player, which is gonna be, let's go to an unleveled unit. So Inky Shroud over here, or whatever the fuck she is. If we go over here, as you can see, the Crimson Crystals are gonna be the biggest caveat a new player can have in a new account. Now, ignore the fact that I have a metric ton of them, and the reason because is I know what I'm doing, and as you can see, I have only leveled 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. I have leveled exactly 10 units, and no more and no less. Now, why is that? Because I know exactly what I'm doing. Orochi is a main unit for my team, so is Naki, so is Hide, so is this Uta. Rize is good to have for free to play as a new player. Tatra is my AoE for chain campaign. He is leveled only for character event. I'm sure watchers of the channel are gonna know what I'm talking about. And then we have Noro, who is also an AoE to be able to clear chain campaign. Lastly, we have a buffer who is Uta, 0 stars, however still at 300, helps with the CP. And last but definitely not the least, we have free to play Toka. Very particular units that I've chosen to max the level out. So already, players who are somewhat into the game will already see the pattern as to why I've specifically leveled these. None of these units are useless, except for him, I guess, because this is not a CCG account, and he's not an AoE, which can help me in chain campaign. So you can see I've only leveled 10 units in this account, and it's day 31. So by doing so, I've saved a lot of these red crystals over here. I like to call them beetroot. So from now on, we're going to be addressing them as beetroot. Alright, guys? Don't ask me how I even come up with that. Just the mind. It works in mysterious ways, guys. So, how do I have so much saved up, though? So, let's go over the main ways you can get them. First one is not a way you can get them, but rather a way you can efficiently use them. As you've seen me use them efficiently, you need to do the same in your accounts. You need to only max out the units that you are sure will be used in your main team or will be used in chain campaign. Upgrading a character just for chain campaign is never a bad thing. However, pulling on a character just for chain campaign is a very bad thing. Remember that, guys. There is a very big difference between the two. So with that out of the way, let's go over how you can get them. So every single day when you log in the game, you are gonna be getting some login rewards. Not these ones. Where is it? Yeah, these ones. So would I recommend you to buy the bottom one? Absolutely not. So every day 10 pulls, right? And you're gonna be getting a lot of pulls just from playing the game, just from doing the dailies. You're gonna be getting a lot of these pulls. Every single day you log in, you do the story. You'll get a lot of those tickets just by just playing the game. You're gonna get a lot of them. So every single day, on an average, you will be able to pull twice on this banner. You're not gonna be able to pull by twice I mean 20. You're not gonna be able to pull 20 every single day. But by what I mean on average is that you'll have a little more than 10 every single day. So that's why I'm saying that it's on average it's 20. So How is this important is every single time you pull on this, you're gonna get all like bullshit units and all R and SR units, which are very important. So every single day, you don't want to skip that. You want to pull that, and you want to accumulate these. These gold coins that I'm clicking on right now are the SR coins, and these are the R coins. So you're gonna accumulate a lot of them, and that is how you are able to get the beetroot. So the gold coins, guys, absolutely do not waste these. The only one place I would tell you to use this is to star the characters themselves first, because that is important to do. Once you have all single SR units starred, then you can use these to exclusively just use them on Crimson Crystals. Believe me, guys, there is nothing else to. There is no other use for this currency. Only thing is Crimson Crystals. So yeah, that is the main way in the entire game where you can get is this place. No other place in the entire game you can get them. Now, let's say you don't have those crystals, right? Because you essentially need to pull on the banner to be able to get that. And apart from that, there is no recurring area in the entire game where you can farm them. The only exception being Conquest Battle. Now, guys, I'm just gonna cut to the chase and tell you, this owl right here is the best place to farm the Crimson Crystals. However, you need to do this manually. There is no auto on this. As you can see, there are 6 sweeps for a free-to-play player. I am VIP0 on this free-to-play account, so I can sweep her 6 times every single day when you log in. Definitely sweep her. However, if let's say this stamina reduction is not going on, guys, this can be very expensive to sweep, because as you can see, it costs 50 without the discount to be able to do this once. So sweeping it 6 times is 300 energy right off the bat, just gone. And let's say you are not VIP 0, right? This sweep is, you're going to be able to sweep it more times. Let's say, for example, on my main account, I'm able to sweep 10 times. So like that's straight up 500 energy. I don't do that, I'm just telling you as an example. Like, this is not a good place. The sweeping it is one thing, but sitting down and playing this mode manually is hell itself. And the other reason why is, if we go over this Conquest Battle, as you can see, my account at the moment. Okay, what is this? Yeah. So my account at the moment does not have any units that go first and attack and have a bonus attack. The units that do that are Red Ayato, PSY Amon, the Blue Toka, the one who's in a Yukata, and the new 1.5 anniversary Ayato, the red one. A lot of units do that. But what I'm trying to say is a new player is not going to have those, because every single one of those units is an exclusive unit. You're not going to be getting those. So doing this is a slog. Now, I'm not saying that this is very difficult or something. In fact, I could show you right now. You can beat him. You can beat her in like a single hit. But like doing this so many times, and the reason why you would do it so many times is because you're going to get a miserable amount of Crimson Crystals. The other thing is, as you can see, you cannot auto it, nor can you like increase the speed. So this is actually very miserable. Now, guys, for the sake of time, I'm gonna kill her right away. I'm not gonna be destroying her arms. If you're doing this, you need to destroy her arms, and the reason because you do that by just using an AoE unit. As you can see, she gets one shot. Like it's not even close. Like you can't lose even if you wanted to, guys. If you're a new player, as you can see, Orochi destroyed one of her tentacles, which that is important. You need to do that 3 times, and that is the reason why this boss is the best in the game to be farming for this. Now, I'm gonna show you Rize. Now, Rize is a free-to-play unit. You can star her for free, right? And as you can see, she completely nuked this entire boss, and that's not because I'm using Hide. Even the first character you get in the game is able to beat this owl when she's properly built, right? As you can see, she is 6 stars, which you get for free, by the way. As you can see, we get a very miserable amount. Now, you can increase this to 36 by destroying all, no, not 36, somewhere around the 20 mark, by destroying all of her arms, right? So definitely do that. So this is gonna be slow, and that's the reason why don't do this. Like, unless you're just missing 1 or 2 of the beetroot, then yeah, then go for it. Otherwise, guys, this is not worth it. The only thing is just wait out till reset, do the pulls in exchange for the beetroot. Doing that is a waste of time, unless you have the units to do it, right? In my main account, when it was like in the first few months of playing, yeah, I did that because I did have this Ayato over here. So yeah, he and this Amon as well. This Ayato helps as well. All of the units that I'm showing you right now are the ones that are able to attack when you start first. So this Toka, this Ayato is absolutely insane for this type of work. He straight up kills the whoever's on the field because he's single target, not AOE. So he's perfect for these type of bosses. But again, you want to be able to destroy the tentacles, so an AOE is preferred. So yeah, without these units, and new players are not going to be able to get these units. These are exclusive units, and you might be wondering how you can get these units. Guys, it's through here. Do not pull on this, guys. Under no circumstance pull on this godforsaken banner. I will repeat myself again. If you are a new player, I'm not going to go over why you should not pull on this banner, but under no circumstance do you want to pull on this banner. I will just tell you in short, it will break your account. This is the worst scam of a banner in the entire game. I have no clue how they managed to fuck it up this bad. But guys, do not do this. I'm telling you from experience. I've spent 600k on this banner to get one unit to 6 stars. Let that be a testament to not pull on this banner ever. Alright? The only reason you would pull is you're missing one copy, and you are missing one copies of units, and you have enough missing copies that you're able to fill out all 3 spots. For new players are gonna be saying this is the banner for them, but this is not the banner for them. Just wait for new units to replace the old units. Don't pull them from here. It is a absolute waste of currency. You are literally gonna break your account, especially for free to play. The amount of gems it takes, it's ridiculous. To be even able to pull one copy from this godforsaken banner, it's gonna take an insane amount of gems or tickets, whichever one you prefer. So yeah, definitely do not do that, guys. I will go over in a separate video why it's so bad, but like just me saying alone should be enough that you shouldn't pull this. Also, not to stroke my ego. Whoa, stroke myself. Whoa, pause. Not to stroke my ego or anything. Last video, I did tell you guys that they are probably gonna be bringing a new currency to the game. That is gonna be the special bonds to be able to upgrade the attack, defense, and HP stuff. And I'm sure most of you guys have seen the leaks. That ended up being true. Again, I didn't say it was going to be 100% confirmed, but I did tell you that this is my speculation, and I'm going to predict that this is going to happen, and that is exactly what happened. So yeah, that should tell you guys that you should probably just follow the advice. Sometimes it's just better to follow the advice rather than seek out as to why you should, go out of your way and not follow the advice. But yeah, getting back on topic, this was related to the video, so I just thought that it was a good thing to get it out of the way, because like I don't want any of my viewers to be pulling on this godforsaken banner. So yeah, but the first one is that the beetroot. We have covered it, and you might be shocked that that is literally the only way in the entire game as you can get them. Now I'm gonna tell you a little more tips as to how you can get them. You can get them in the carnival exchange. You can get them in the events. You can also get them in the exclusive events like 1.45 anniversary or like Valentine's event that are usually above the character event. You can get them from there as well. There are keys in the section where you can get them. Don't get the keys if you're a new player, get the beetroot instead. It's just really important. Other way to get them is through the login thingy, which I would not recommend you do. The wishing signing in. The reason why you shouldn't do this is, okay, wow, currently selected that for some reason. Okay, so normally you would, okay, for a new player, right off the bat, don't pick the gems. Pick this. Get enough of them to be able to upgrade all of your main team. After you have enough, then for the rest of the game, just pick this. The reason why I tell you to pick this is because this is actually a rare resource, but it's easy to get. You just have to sweep the boss. But let's say the carnival exchange is not there at the moment. For example, right now, even the carnival is not there, right? So you can't exchange this currency out of there. So like, there is no way to get it, because like I said again, the conquest battles can only be sweeped a limited number of times every single day, and it's an absolute slog to be doing it by hand, because there is no auto and there is no fucking speed up. So like, that's an absolute slog. I don't know why it is the way it is, but old stuff in the game just left as it is, I guess. So yeah, get few of these, and then just enough to be able to upgrade your characters. The limits, this is for the limits if you don't know. And then for the rest of the game, just put it to the gems and never change it. Like, that's the best advice I can give you. Do not pick beetroot from here, guys. The 100 gems, just pick that. If you're like so desperate and you're like super early on, by that time you're not even going to be able to unlock the bottom corner, so don't even bother. So yeah, just pick this one for like super just starting out the account. Just pick this one. Later on, if you're super desperate, you can pick it, I guess. Not worth it in my opinion. Just get the 100 gems, especially for free to play. Every single gem counts. So yeah. Okay, with that out of the way, that is every single way you can get the beetroot. I'm gonna go over quickly as to how you can get the sweep tickets, because that is also a trouble that I personally had. So that's not something that you necessarily will have, because you're gonna be running out of batteries ever before you run out of sweep tickets. So let's say you do save up batteries, you're an old player, start a new account, you're gonna run out of sweep tickets instead. How you get them is simple. You just get them every single week through here. Now here's the catch. You don't want to do this every single week. You want to do it until you can get it to a 100, and as you can see, it lets you redeem 100 right off the bat. Just do this once. It takes like 30, I think. Yeah, it takes 30 or somewhere along those lines. So just redeem this once all the way, and then never take it again. By the time you run, if you run out of them, you're probably using them on the wrong stuff. So yeah. Okay, with that out of the way, let's go over the second pain point of a new account, which is the energy. As you can see, my own free play account does not have a lot of energy. How do you get it? So I'm gonna be going in a quick succession. How do you get them? So every single day you can get one cell from here, so that's one, and then you can get 5 more from here, so that's 6, and then you can get 5 more every single day over here. As you can see, I was not able to buy this myself all the way, but yeah, that's literally it. So that's like 16, no, 5, that's 10 and 1, that's 11 cells, yellow ones, every single day, which is more than enough to keep you afloat, to keep you going, right? No, you're not gonna need more than that. If you have places to sweep, go for it. If you don't, then just save them for a rainy day when you do need to sweep them. For those who don't know, later on in the game, I'm gonna need a lot of those cells to be able to sweep stuff, man. So don't waste your cells if you're a new player. Next up is how do you get this currency to be able to buy those cells every single day, 5 of them from the friendship points. So as you can see, I did get enough to like barely get 2 more. So let's say I can get 1 more in the rest of the day, right? However, I'm not gonna be able to get the last one. So the way you get them is you friend request every single person in the entire server, in your server. As you can see, this player here says 1 day inactive is unfriend, as you can see over here. So yeah, if you want to do something similarly, just put it in your bio and your personal tag, and then just every single day just go here and do this, and hopefully you get enough to be able to buy out all the cells. Let's say that they are not active and they don't send you daily. What do you do? Simple, just unfriend them. If you don't know them, actually just straight up unfriend them, and just keep the players who are like online every single day. It doesn't matter if they're like 15 hours before scene, or it doesn't matter, as long as it's not more than a day. So as you can see, most of this is filled with people who are active, except for just 1 or 2 people. So yeah, just don't feel bad about it. Just remove players who don't send you back or are not online. Now here's the harsh reality though. Every single server, no matter how populated it is, you're not going to be able to get enough every single day to be able to buy those out, all 5 out of 5. If you're not able to do that, don't worry about it. Get 6 a day and that's fine too. But let's say you really want to grind the game out and you want to be able to get like every single day, you want to make the most amount of progression that you possibly can. In that case, let's say your entire friend list, 50 out of 50, is filled with active players. Only then can you be able to, or like majority of them are active, only then are you able to buy those 5 extra cells every single day. However, not to fret guys, there is a way that not many players know, where you can farm this currency over here that I'm clicking right now. There is a way to farm it manually in game. I will be going over it in another video. I cannot show you here as it will take a lot of time just to show that, and it requires a lot of setup too. So I'm not gonna go over it, but just know there is a way, and I'll go over it later. For now, just get the 6 cells, don't waste them, and you should be good. Next up, the last thing that a new player will have trouble with is the chain campaign itself. Now, as you can see myself, I am only at chain level 300, and that is because I'm experiencing difficulties myself. So, how do you deal with the chain campaign? Quick disclaimer, guys. Anyone who tells you in the official Discord, or like your friend who's played the game, anyone who tells you to pull on a character to be able to clear the chain campaign, never listen to them. That is completely a misconception, and they are misguiding new players, either deliberately or unknowingly. That I do not know. For example, someone will tell you to pull, like, what, this is a single target unit, like, and a CCG. That doesn't matter. Let's say it's an AoE and they tell you to pull on the character just to be able to pull, just to be able to do the chain campaign. Guys, never take any advice from such people. I do not mean any offense to anyone, but like, clearly that is just misguiding new players. And the reason why I'm telling you is because the game gives you so many free-to-play units that you can use to be able to clear the chain campaign. And I have done it myself personally on my alt account, who has a max chain campaign. And believe it or not, I use free-to-play units in every single team that the game asked for, and I was able to clear it all the way, like all the way. Now, granted, it was slow and it was a slog. However, guys, let's be real. There are 1500 stages. It's gonna be a slog either way. No matter if you're able to clear a stage a little early, I mean, you tell me whether that's worth to pull on an entirely new character just to be able to do that. So yeah, this Toru is a bad example. I'm not taking her as an example. I'm just saying in general. Let's say it's someone that you don't like, someone that you don't want to pull, someone who's not from your faction, and someone guides you that you should pull them just to be able to do chain campaign, and because you said you're experiencing difficulties to be able to clear it. Guys, that is they are just misguiding. At that point, what can I say? Because, like, they haven't done it. I think most people have the problem of not doing it themselves, and then they tell someone else that to do something that they did their own way, right? They didn't like it being too much of a slog, so they pulled on a character which was related to their own faction. So for them, that it may not be a waste. For example, let's say someone tells you to pull on SP Arima right now, and you're a CCG, and they tell you to use it for, say, chain campaign. In that case, that's actually not a bad idea. Even though SP Arima is a very old unit, and he will be replaced immediately as soon as the next CCG unit comes out. People who tell you to pull him and you're a CCG faction, that's not actually a bad advice. In that case, that's actually a good advice, because even though he's an old and outdated unit, he can still be used for PvE, and if you're a CCG faction, he's still pretty good. Like, he can be used in the second teams. So it's not at all a waste to pull him, in no way, shape, or form. So in that case, it's good. But let's say your faction is not CCG, and they then tell you to pull, or like Augiri. You're not CCG, you're not Augiri, and they tell you to pull fucking Wings of Order out of the Carnival gacha, and like, he costs like a bajillion to be able to just get one of them. So like, at that point, you tell me, is it even worth it to do that? Like, I don't even know how people fall for this. And the worst of all is when people tell to pull on this godforsaken piece of crap to get, like, let's say Ayato, just one Ayato, who's not even gonna do anything at 0 stars, to be able to help with the chain campaign. Bro, like, at that point, what do I even say? I've already told you guys how I feel about that banner, and that's not like how I feel. That's just literally how bad it is. So yeah, enough yapping, enough ranting. That's the problem. Let's go over how to solve it. We're not here to talk about the problem. We are here about how to solve it, right? So, like I said before, the game gives you enough stuff to be able to clear the entire thing on your own. What do I mean by that? Over here, let's go over. Let's see, you're an Augiri. Pick Tatra. He's an AoE. Just put Tatra in one single team, and he'll be able to solo it. He's a very old and outdated unit. It doesn't even matter. What matters is that he's an AoE unit that you're able to get for free. That is all that matters. So that's one. This green Juzo, old and outdated unit, not worth to pull. Not worth to pull on him, but it's definitely worth to be able to pick him out from here. Let's see a CCG faction. In that case, then actually he's actually pretty decent to pull from here and use in the team for the time being. Later on, of course, you're not going to be using any of these units that I'm going to show you. The Shinohara here, if you're CCG, pick him out, 6-star him, use him in just him in one team. He'll be able to solo it. Red free-to-play Toka, she's an absolute godsend. If you are unable to get a single copy of her, which if that's the case, then I seriously feel very bad for you. But this one is an actually very good unit. Like, she's the best free-to-play unit in the entire game. Like, without there's no competition. And as you can see, she's why does it keep going up every time I click someone? So yeah, as you can see, this Rize and the Toka is right beside her, and that's because this Toka is actually a free-to-play unit. So she's in the bottom category, but she's better than some of the units that are above. So like, she's very good, but that doesn't mean you pull her from here. And the reason being is she's a free-to-play unit. So hopefully you want to pray to God that you get her just from the polls itself, and you definitely will be able to get her. It's not like the rates are horrible in the SR banner, in the standard banner, I should say. If let's say the worst comes and you're not able to get her, no worries, you're gonna be able to get a SSR selector just by playing the game. Pick her from that. Always pick her until she's maxed out. She's gonna hard carry you. And then we have Noro. Don't pick any of the free-to-play characters, guys. Like I said before, you're just gonna get them by playing the game. So you will be asking me who are not the free-to-play characters. Anyone beyond this Hinami is not a free-to-play character. They are limited units that have been added over here over time. So Juzo, Red Toka, the free-to-play one, this Shinohara, this Tatra, and who else? The Noro below, who you shouldn't get. All of them, just get them, and I'll tell you what to do in just a second. Noro, you can get him over here. I would say if you're an Aogiri main, pick Naki first to be able to use in the backup, because you're not going to be able to use the blue Naki that is in the exchange. You're not going to be able to star him early on. So pick him, use him in the backup. When he's done, pick Noro. If you're not an Aogiri main, just pick Noro first, max him out. Now, after doing all of that I just said, what do? You come over to Chain Campaign, and as you can see, I just reached Chain Campaign 300, and while I hit 250, it started taking 5 teams. And guys, this is the minimum you should have. Like, Chain Campaign 300 is the minimum. So let's go over what you should be doing if you're having difficulties clearing it. So just to show you guys, I'm going to be removing every single unit so you understand what I've done here. Now, early on in the game, I did not explain that. I told everyone that I had maxed out 10 units. Sorry guys, I'm starting too much. I had maxed out 10 units, right, which were relevant to me. However, as you can see over here, I have a lot of units that are level 150. Why is that? The game has given that for free. Every time you pull in a carnivore and you pull out an SSR, that is going to be leveled to 150 on its own. That is very useful, and that is one of the reasons why you should never spend the beetroot on the free-to-play units, because you're going to get them for 150 for free. So yeah, until you reach the very end game where you need every single unit to be 300, no point in leveling the free-to-play unit, guys. Save your beetroot. Now, Orochi, who would you have instead of him? Let's say you're an Anteku main, you would have DST Ken. Let's say, like, I'm talking about a free-to-play player who has just started out and picks no org. Obviously, his new unit is gonna be Orochi, his first unit for his main team. Let's say a new player is Anteku. His new character is gonna be the new Toka that's upcoming, or it's gonna be DST Ken. So you get the point. You're gonna have one main unit. As you can see, this account in particular has 2 main units, which is Hide and Orochi. However, we're not gonna include Hide because he's a support unit. He's not an attacker unit, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, normally every single guy is gonna have one fully maxed out, fully kitted out unit. Hopefully that's an AoE. In my case, that is not an AoE because no org does not have any AoE units. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stick to the single target unit. So yeah, that one unit is gonna be universal. So you wanna put that unit in your first team, and that unit alone is gonna be is needed to solo the entire team. If this unit is not able to, this keep in mind, this is supposed to be a new unit, right? And this unit is not able to like solo clear the entire wave, then you probably have not built him all the way, or it's like a very bad single target unit, or it's like straight up a support unit or like a backup unit, right? In that case, maybe like put someone else along with them to like bring up the team. So next up, we're gonna be using again, like I said before, no org is single target heavy, so that is why the rest of my units are single target as well. Now from that, like I said before, you can pick Juzo or you can pick the Shinohara for AoE. However, I ended up picking this Uta because again, this account is no org, so unfortunately I had to I had to like start up another single target attacker, which sucks. So but that's fine, it's whatever. So in such a case, this I know for a fact that he's not gonna be able to hit as hard as his Orochi because he's a limited unit. So I'm gonna put someone else along with him who's also a single target to be able to pull his weight. So now 2 is gonna be more than enough to clear that. Now with that out of the way, let's move to stage 3. Now here's where the fun part is. Here comes the limited unit, the limited AoE unit that you picked out, right? You just put him there and he should be able to clear it alone. Now this can be Shinohara, red free to play Toka. This can be the green Juzo. It can be any one of those limited units that I showed you. Just get them over time for free and then use them. Next up we have the free to play Noro. He also, guys, yes, he can easily clear the chain campaign on his own. And then we have Red Toka. As you can see, we literally had enough units to be able to, like, the good units. I'm talking about fully maxed out units, guys. I'm not talking about the fodder that I have here. I'm just talking about the actual units that can do the work, right? So we had just enough to put in every single team, and that is despite the fact that this account is no org. Any account that is not no org will be having an AoE unit instead of this. So their second team is gonna be way stronger than mine because that's gonna be two single targets, and of course we need AoE units for this mode. Okay, so now obviously we're not gonna be, with that out of the way, we're not gonna be going into the battle just like this. So what we're gonna do is this Naki, we have an extra Naki. So let's say that out of all of these units, I personally think that Tatra is gonna need a little bit of a help because not only is he a little bit lacking on the damage, but he's like the unit itself. I'm not talking about my particular Tatra, I'm just saying in general. So he's gonna need a little bit of a help. So what do? You give him just a unit that you have leveled that is not a fodder unit. You just put him alongside him so that he's able to pull his weight, just like we did with the second team. So I think you can see where I'm going with this. You just min-max your account according to your need. The only requirement is that you need to have a single AoE unit in the team, and then like it's gonna be fine. So moving on. So let's say I'm thinking that this Toka is a little bit weak. By the way, guys, she's not. She's pretty good at 0 stars as well. But ignoring that, so let's say that she's gonna need some help. I put this Uta over here, who is a buffer. So a buffer is so the game's AI will use the buffer first. Maybe not the Uta, that only applies for Hide for some reason. So yeah, this buffer is gonna help the AoE unit with the less stars. You can do the same with any buffer. Let's say it's Nico, who is a free-to-play unit that you can get from exchange. Like, just use him. That's fine too. There's nothing wrong with using them. And then this Nora, right? Let's say he's gonna need help, so you just put him over here. Lastly, since all of them are fully kitted out teams, we're gonna give some help to Orochi. The reason being is not because he can't solo everyone, is because he can solo everyone. He's just gonna be slow with it. So that's why we're gonna put this Yuri over here. For no particular reason, he's the only unit I have starred. Like, I have leveled up to 300, so he's gonna be able to kill them in a single shot, regardless of how much he sucks. So yeah, that's fine. And now here comes the catch. So after this, after you have fully built out all 5 of the teams, lesser than chain level 250, it's gonna be 4 teams. If you're lesser than 200, it's gonna be 3 teams. If you're lesser than 150, it's gonna be 2. Lesser than 100, it's gonna be 1. So yeah, when it's one team, not really a problem, but as it goes on, it becomes quite the problem. So yeah, these 2 units in every single team are gonna be able to fully clear it. Now here's the catch: they don't start first. What do you need to do to be able to start first? Simple. You just put the random fodder units that you have. Guys, remember, do not star these units. Do not no, I'm sorry. Do not level these units. Yeah, save your beetroots. Of course, if you get star ups for the free-to-play units, like their SSR coins, you can use them to 6-star them, or you can save them like I did, to be able to exchange for the limited units in the SSR coin exchange, which I just showed you, where you get these AOE units to begin with. So yeah, that's up to you. If you want to, if you want to get them out of the way first, definitely do that. That is the quickest way. If you want to like star every free-to-play unit for some reason, go for that. You're gonna need to do that eventually in the game anyway. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. So as you can see, when we put all the shitty units in here, which the game has given us for free, I did not level even a single of these units, guys. As you can see, they're all exactly 150, and the reason why is because I got them from Carnival. And if your units are not leveled and you get them from Carnival, the SSR ones, they will be automatically leveled to 150. And that is why every single player who plays the game is gonna be having them. The reason why I say that so confidently is because nowadays every single faction has a Carnival unit in it, which is usually the main attraction of the team. So yeah, quickly we're gonna go over to show you guys that on auto, it is completely possible for this team to be able to clear it with a rating of S. So that you don't, you're like, oh, he didn't show how to actually do it. If you do it manually, I feel bad for you. Don't do it manually. But if you do, that's gonna be a lot quicker, no doubt about it. But like, guys, there's literally no point in doing it manually. But yeah, so that's gonna be pretty much it for this one. We're just gonna let this run, and I'm gonna show you that indeed all the teams can clear it. Now, quickly, I should mention another fact that you're not gonna be having these limited units like I do, right? Because to get one copy of those limited units from the SSR exchange, you need 8 of the free-to-play SSRs, like SSR coins, to be able to get one of them. Like, let's say to get that Tadra, I had to use 8 SSR coins just to be able to get one of them. So you might say that this is unrealistic. It takes a lot of time to be able to get all the units, all the AoE units that the game naturally gives you, to be able to just to clear this. And to that, I would say it took me in this account exactly 31 days, exactly 30 days, like 1 month it took me to be able to get all the required units to be able to clear the chain campaign without any troubles. So, but okay, well, they're not, the free-to-play units are not doing a good job here. But also, one thing I forgot to mention, you always need to select the co-op special skill, and the reason for that is this particular skill is AoE. So every single time they use it, they're gonna do AoE damage. But yeah, so what I was saying is that it's gonna take you a while to be able to get those units to be clearing this mode in the first place. And that's completely natural. Let's say that you would pull on a character just to do the chain campaign. Guys, you're not gonna be able to clear it with that unit either way. What I mean to say is that like you pulled on Espirima, right? This is just an example. Just to be able to do chain campaign. Well, guess what? Espirima is just one unit. You can use him in one team and one team alone. Rest of your teams are gonna be trash, and there is no exception to that. So what then? The same story will continue, that one of your team is able to clear the stage, but rest of your teams are not able to clear the stage, and in the end, you just lose the stage. So yeah, is that really worth it to do? I leave that upon you. Like, some people just like can't bear with it, so they just have to. If you're a whale, then by all means, like, get any unit that helps you to clear the content, because any new unit is so power crept that it's gonna be able to clear the content with ease. So yeah, But you know, if you're patient, I'll just get it out of the way. You're not gonna be able to clear the mode with one unit that's flashy, and that's gonna be an AOE unit. Someone tells you to pull it for it. You're not gonna be able to clear the mode anyway. You're gonna need like exactly like 5 AOE units in total to be able to put in every single team, so that you can do it. As you can see, in every single turn, like 5 battles, right? This is the fourth one. So in every single battle, as you can see, the AoE unit is the one that does the work. In the first team, my Orchi is the one who killed all the units. In the second team, all of the units died, but I still won that turn because I used 2 single target units. So you can do that too. It just takes a little bit longer. And then in the third turn, Noro and Tatra were able to. In the third turn, Tatra was able to solo the entire thing, and then in the third turn, as you saw, Noro was able to easily kill them all. And there was just one buffer to help him. As you can see in this one, this red Toka is able to kill them easily, and she's not even starred. The only thing is, don't panic when you see the 150 units die. That's literally their job. What you should be concerned with is, let's say this free to play Toka dies. Well, then you should be concerned. Then that means that your unit is not fully built up and you need to work on them to get any beyond whatever chain campaign level you are on. So the free to play units, they're literally just here. The ones that are level 150, I mean, they're literally just here just for the CP so that you start first. Now let's say in a scenario where you don't even start first, guys, those units are still gonna be able to win because the PV units are not very strong. But that's gonna like take away a lot of time, and I would not recommend you to do it. So yeah, I think that goes over all of the major pain points of a new player, which are beetroots, the energy cells, how to progress in chain campaign. Now, why are these the pain points? Why did I cover chain campaign? Is because chain campaign is the thing that unlocks most of the things in the entire game. Let's go over here. Blockage mode, as you can see, requires chain campaign. In order to sweep these, you need chain campaign. In order to unlock this, you need chain campaign. In order to unlock this mode, you need chain campaign. In order to be able to play the damn story of the game, you need chain campaign. In order to unlock tactics, you need chain campaign. Anything you want to do in this game, you need chain campaign. In order to get the carnival, which is the most important thing in the entire game, guess what? You need chain campaign. So yeah, that's why that is gonna be the most pain point of a new player. They are just not gonna have anything unlocked, and to be able to unlock them, they are gonna need chain campaign. And to do that efficiently, they need AoE units, and they're gonna be misguided into pulling for AoE units that are flashy but are not relevant to their teams and are just a waste of gems. And they essentially serve no other purpose but to help players early on, and then later on they will not be used because of faction differences, or they just don't like the unit. It's just as simple as that. Just progress in the game, guys. If you're not able to clear it, you know the problem. You just need AoE units and a bunch of fodder units to throw in there for CP. How you get the AoE units, I've already gone over. It's just a matter of time. You just need to be patient. If, for example, if we go over to launching celebration and we can see that our login rewards are exactly at day 31. So it only took me a month to be able to get to a point where I have everything unlocked in the game except for this one. And guys, don't worry about that. Even if you unlock it, that is the end game of this game. Like, you're not gonna be able to do anything in that mode, so don't even worry about it. So yeah. That's gonna be it for this one, guys. If you have any doubts, feel free to let me know in the comments. Now, I'm sure that some of you players are gonna have some particular issues with the game, just starting out. I assure you, if I've not covered them, that is probably because later on in the game they will be fixed. However, the issues that I've stated over here are the issues that you're gonna have from the start of the game to the end of the game. Like, these issues are gonna stay with you until the end. Even in my main account right now, I use these cells very aggressively, and in my main account right now, everyone is maxed. However, there was a point where when I had started out to max everyone out, I immediately ran out of beetroot. And yeah, and the chain campaign, if you're wondering why anyone would do it beyond the point where everything is locked, guys, you get like tons of gems from here. So like, you would be shooting yourself in the foot if you don't complete it all the way. So yeah, with everything out of the way, guys, another excruciatingly long video out of the way, But yeah, it was important to be covered. Chain campaign is not exactly a short topic to cover, so yeah, got everything included in one. That is a good bonus. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna be seeing you in the next one.